Okay, I'll be showing some Sea of Thieves tips. Okay, so the first tip is, okay, this is for mainly solos or maybe two people, but basically this sloop, if you go right here, you can climb onto the ladder. Sounds crazy. Then, another tip, if you're gonna raise the anchor, raise it from the right. I mean, not right, raise it from the left. Sorry, you want to raise it from the right because that makes it so by the time you do the full cycle, you're facing the wheel and you can immediately grab it, take control. And then if you want to slow down, of course you can raise your sails, or you can actually push your sails towards the wind more, which will in turn slow down your ship and possibly push it out. And another thing to know, so the sloop, it does one full cycle to the right, which will do a full turn, one full cycle to the left, which will do another full turn. Sorry for the frame drop. And yeah, so you want to basically make sure your thing's going to the wind. Right now the wind's pushing this way, so there's not really much I can do from where I'm heading. But another thing is when you're going up here, this is probably the best place to store your captain's chest, or I know a better place. If you grab it, jump off the edge, come back here, press B, it drops right at your feet. It doesn't drop in front or behind, it drops right at your feet. And another tip is you can fall down the ladder. Okay, I messed that up, but here I'll demonstrate. If you fall down the ladder and press X, I'm using an elite controller, so it'll make it slightly easier, which means I have the paddles in the back. But basically, you can just press X then B, and then you'll fall faster. Or if you can't trust yourself, or if you're just on like, maybe you can't do it without an elite controller, or as easily you're struggling, when you go down the ladder, go down. When you get about halfway, press B. You won't take any fall damage. And another thing is, one trick, you won't get as much gold or reputation, but I can't show this right now, but if you get a voyage for if you go to your voyages, if you get at an outpost, you get a merchant's voyage, you can start it, go and grab the chicken coops or pig pens, and then you can put them on your ship, then cancel the quest and keep doing that. It'll cost you whatever amount of gold for how high you are, but then when you're out and about, you can get that kind of stuff. And basically, here's a tip: store all your lower chests. I understand Marauder's kind of high, but store your lower chests down, be like somewhere in your ship that kind of looks obvious. So it's basically they'll be like, oh, that's all they have, and they won't go for your up there. And also, that's the last place to touch the bottom, so your loot won't float up. Only the stuff that's in here. So the stuff up there, they might grab all this stuff and be like, oh, that's all they have after they sink your ship. And one man on a sloop can cover up 6 holes by bailing out water, and then on a galleon that's 2 holes per man. And yeah, and here's a tip: you can actually on islands. This is obvious, but you can get if you find cannonballs on islands and stuff like that, you can bring them to your ship and store them in here. So make sure you dump out all your stuff before you go into an island. And another pretty useful tip is basically, okay, so you see my path. I was at Thieves Haven. So basically, when you go this way, my final target is the Plunder Outpost, which is where I want to go to sell my stuff. But basically, I had to go to Shark Bait, then Plunder, and then Snake Island. Then I would go down. So what I would want to do, I would stay on the left side of this island, go around, stay on the left side of Snake Island, go down from the right and down onto the outpost, and then start another like quest after I sold everything. Because when you start a quest, it brings things relatively to your area. Like when I started my voyage, it put here, and when I started the voyage at the Crooked Masts, it brought me down here, and that's why I was at Thieves Haven. And another tip, if you zoom out your map relatively, so you're like, okay, well, I need to go here. You come up to your ship like this. You can look out the back. It's weird because you stick your head through that. You can stand on this too without falling. When your ship's moving, also you can jump. Also, Another thing to know, if you hold up on the D-pad while doing these actions, oh crap, wrong side. If you do these, hold up on the D-pad while doing the actions, you can like say like, oh, raising the anchor. So if you have a partner or a random that doesn't have a mic or can't hear you, you can say that, so they'll be like, oh, okay, raise the anchor and help you. Or and another tip, it's pretty simple, but if you grab all your cannonballs and store them in the top one, it's easier, because then you have a more grand total of all your cannonballs. Can't do that with the other things because they only have single barrels, but yeah, so if you go to either side, you can immediately climb the ladder, which is pretty sweet, which can help. Also, you can actually reach the ladder from in here. So if you're needing to escape someone, it's odd, but if you can pull it off, I mean, you'll be God. Um, yeah. Excuse my poor driving skills. I'm not used to the sloop. So I'm playing solo because it's way easier and doing gold hoarders. Alright. You do get more gold if you actually do the merchant quests, but if you cancel them, I mean, it's still extra. I'm not gonna go closer. And another thing, as soon as you go to an island, look at the map, see where the chest is. God damn it. Grab this, find out where north and south is, so then you align yourself with the island. And now I know the loot's like somewhere up there. And yeah, thanks for watching.